Hello, everybody. Welcome to week 9. 2 weeks left. Lots going on. Another amazing show. We've got a great roundtable discussion. We've got 5 races where things are coming down to the wire for both playoffs and the last place special race. So get ready, sit down, strap in, and here we go. All right, everybody. Welcome to week 9. We're almost there. 2 weeks left in the season. So much going on in the races. We'll get to that in a minute. But the first thing I've got to do is give out some weekly prizes, right? Everybody's excited to see who's winning 50 Glimmer this week. Well, let's start it out in Orion. And this week I'm giving 50 Glimmer to BLR. BLR wins the Everybody's Favorite Founder Award. BLR is always there. He's cheering everybody on. He's making things happen. Here you go, sir. 50 Glimmer in our thanks. Second, from Andromeda, let's give 50 Glimmer to Racer Dev. Racer Dev wins the Always in the Shadows, Never in the Limelight, Getting So Much Done award. Thank you to you too, sir. 50 Glimmer. Don't spend it all in one place. Next, let's give the Draco Award to Schultze. Schultze wins it this week for playing it strategic. He gets the Playing It Strategic Award. Schultze has realized, we hope, that coming in the last 2 spots gets him into a possible playoff for a pilot key. Schultze came in to the back of the pack, working to solidify his final 2 finish. And on that note, in Capricornus, we're going to give 50 Glimmer to Easty for the same thing. Sometimes playing the game doesn't mean we want to win. Sometimes we realize that, there's an award if I can come in a little bit slower than everybody else. So congratulations to Easty as well, 50 Glimmer. And then finally, in Scorpius, we're going to give the award to Misha. And Misha gets the Pump and Dump Award. You know, we see this in crypto all the time. Something pumps, and then it dumps. Misha was fighting for the lead through the first 4 laps. Right there, second place, first place, fighting hard, and then dropped like a stone right back down to 7th. Kind of like my portfolio. With that said, let's get to today's roundtable discussion. Today, as a special treat, we have what we call Wine on 9. Week 9, a roundtable discussion between myself, between Bemtikru and Abbas. So here you go, folks. A nice little roundtable talk. Good evening, everybody. We have a special for you this week. This week we have what we're calling Wine at 9. Here we are on week 9. We're going to talk about the league, talk about EXR, talk about the future. Tonight I'm joined by a couple of awesome community members. We have Abbas joining us, as well as, and I'm going to say it and see if I can get it right, Bemtikru. I'm going to have him say it here in a second, but so I can finally get it right. But here we go. And we're just going to have a good time, talk about EXR, and see what's what. First off, let's introduce ourselves. I'm King Waddle. Everybody knows that by now. I'm coming to you today from Canada. We've got Abbas. Abbas, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. I'm Abbas. You all probably know me from Friday Callings. And I'm connecting from Milan, Italy. And I would say I'm originally from, let's say, post-Soviet, one of the post-Soviet countries. So, that's pretty much this.
Okay. And coming to us from
Croatia, this is Bemtikru. Actually, my real name is Christian, but I go by this nickname for a long time. I don't want to go into it, what it means. It's a bit of a swear, a dirty word, but I think you say it good. You learned from the beginning. You didn't say that good, but we got it. We got it working. You say pretty good now.
No, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. So just as to demonstrate the global impact of exiled racers, we've got Canada, Italy, Croatia. We've got people all over the world. And here we are, week 9. We're all in the league. We're all in various positions in the league. Unlike these two, I'm still fighting for a win. How are you guys doing so far, Abbas?
Man, my pilot used to do well in the first races. Somehow I keep losing in that. Well, it feels good when you're in the top 3, but somehow well, I don't know. My pilot can't make it. I think I need to change my boosters at some point. I couldn't find time to find which one will go, more compatible with the races, but probably we need to switch to the reverse races, King. So
Yeah,
in
well,
that
you
case,
know what? You
I
are
could
well.
increase my chance of winning. So
Yep, you have solidified. I think we'll see how the last 2 weeks play out, but you're definitely solidified your position in the reverse race last place championship.
yeah, that's what I mean, right? So reverse really works. Reverse really works.
Yep,
Uh,
yep.
there's
And
one
you,
pilot that
Bemtikru, I think you're still in play for top 4.
Me, yeah. Actually, I just realized Abbas and me are in the same group. Yeah, that's the
yes.
group, Draco. Yeah, I have to admit it's not going as I expected compared to season 1. If you remember, it was going pretty good, especially in the group stage. But this is a lot tougher. The change from 5 laps to 10 laps, it brings more variations into the races, and these new guys are really killing it in our group, especially Pinen, Farrell, of course. And Ziral, I didn't know about him before. I don't know if what he was in season 1, but season 2 he's killing it really. It's an interesting group. So these top 5 people are pretty good in our group. Everyone has, even XMK has a chance to push me out of the 4th place. So it's gonna be interesting for the week 9, week 10 races.
No, the week. Obviously, I have seen them already, but you guys will see them later on. Well, for you guys in the morning, but things are getting very, very interesting. Week 10, it's all going to come down to week 10 for a lot of people, and a lot of different, where they end up, right? Some of the realms, like for example, Andromeda, pretty much set, but you still actually, I'm not even, I'm full of it. Look at Eat My Dust, Sums, Racer Dev, Laodicean, all of them fighting for 4th place. And then it's funny, you've got down at the bottom, the 7 and 8 people, they're all flip-flopping as well. Like there's still a ton happening. But, just to give you the secret, Zeral is actually my brother. He watched season 1, got into it, and then I recruited him in to play here in season 2. And look at him. He's doing awesome.
Yeah. Great job. Did you pick the pilots for him, or did he pull them out in the mint?
Yeah, no, he got he got to pick from mine. Yeah, no, I have given him some pay. He inherited some from his big brother.
I think he can kick your ass in the playoffs when you guys meet.
I know, right?
It's gonna be tough. Playoffs are gonna be great. All these guys have great stacks. Everything is just on fire. Yeah.
Someone needs to beat GW.
Yeah. You have to beat them.
I know, right?
Somebody. Who's somebody? You have to beat them if you want to be Lord of the Orion realm.
Yeah, no, I think Orion Realm is going to belong to GW. Unfortunately, we'll see in the playoffs how we can do. Chris Beck, What's going on with Chris Beck? No one can beat Chris Beck.
No, that's insane how he's just plowing through it.
Oh, I know, right? Like at
Yeah,
least in
yeah.
your guys's, it's pretty even.
Yeah, that's what I love. Like when you come to a later stage, you see people still have chances. The tension is real.
Even for you, Abbas, down at the bottom of Draco, Funky One looks like he's got a pretty solid last place. But you, Schultze, Kyle Woken, all within 50 points of each other for that second spot in the reverse final. So it's
Yeah,
pretty intense.
seems
But
like I'm in place. Funky. Well, I think it's gonna be pretty competitive. It's gonna be difficult to reach to Farrell's and even Bemtikru's level. This guy's got like 460 points in total.
Oh yeah, I,
So
I don't think you're gonna catch them, but
yes,
I announced on the show last week there's actually a special extra playoff race.
yeah.
And the last two from each realm are going to enter into a reverse race to determine who is the slowest in the entire league.
So the
And that
losers
for
race.
pardon?
Let's go with the losers race, right?
It's a loser's race, a loser's race to the end. And the loser slash
Yeah.
winner of that race wins another key, wins an actual pilot key.
Well, I hope I win.
Yeah, you're in it. You're in it. You just gotta slow down.
Yes. Let's see.
so you know what would be now I just realized what would be like a good tactic for maybe you, Abbas, for you to change your stack. Just if you have another like a weaker pilot, to just try losing. So Funky wins. Funky is my friend, but if you
Yeah.
if you want to use the tactic, you can change the stack so you lose, and maybe he gets a better place, gets more points, and you can secure that inverse race, and then you can have chances for that pilot key,
No, you've got points. You've got points bench. It really makes sense. No,
No, no,
seriously, from
I mean for that inverse race, what I just said. The bottom two are going into the second playoffs, the inverse race playoffs. I don't know if you understood
yeah,
what Wade said.
yeah.
It-
From my point of view, even whatever I have, my boosters, whatever I've integrated to my pilot, I kind of enjoy whatever is already in it. I mean, at some races I see but sometimes I'm just creating random races during the Fridays for fun, and I see my pilot is doing very well. But at some point, I see even sometimes I think even if I change the boosters, I don't really think that will change much because the maps are different, the tracks are different. Maybe I still need to spend some time to understand which boosters are gonna do well for which race. Or I also need to consider the reverse races as well for my booster side. This is why I'm always going whatever I have. And I also feel like they're all kind of my own special things. I don't really want to change anything, so I feel like I've got to leave them desperate from me. Also, the way that my pilot, because for me, the pilot that I have is kind of representing me. Even my pilot's gonna be the last one. I still kind of have a bond between my pilot and me, right? For this reason, I'm just gonna go forever, whatever I have. But of course, I think it might make sense to have something different just to test to see if the booster. Maybe it's time to change the boosters. That we need some dynamics in our lives rather than to stay static. So, so from that point of view, I think I should be considering this. And apart from that, I'm usually something very loyal. If I am really attached to something, it's hard really for me to change the things unless I'm really giving up. So it's all about the trust. So I trust my pilot, even it's the last one. But at some point, I'm looking to excite races long term. They're gonna be other leagues, other competitions. Let's see how it goes. So But yeah, it's good to have some diversifications also in pilots, the way that we have diversification in our portfolios.
No, it's funny you say
Yeah.
that though, because I definitely have formed a bond with my pilots as well.
Yeah.
As you continue going on, as it becomes your profile picture, you become more and more attached. Like I'm sure you with Buck, right? You've even named your pilot. You've got Buck
Yeah, yeah,
Voltage, a whole story.
yeah. I think if I remember correctly, the user called Now Eat My Dust actually named him. But what was his previous username? I think it was
He's
something
Bino.
different.
He's Bino Evil in Discord. He's one of the
Albino
mods.
Evil, exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
He's our
yeah.
grandpa from South Africa.
Yeah, yes. I remember. I was just, I don't know how I got this idea to name myself like bucket of bolts or something like that. So he actually formed it into the name Buck Voltage. I was like, yeah, man, that sounds cool. Yeah, I'm gonna name my pilot Buck Voltage. So yeah, he actually got that name, probably the only one that has a name and kind of a story. Do you remember we had some competition
Yeah,
when
no, it was
we
in season
submitted?
one when we did the playoff shows. So my first two shows were the last two of season one, the playoff shows. And so there was only 10 racers, I think, or even it was even maybe less than that, 5 racers. And so to make the show
Yeah,
interesting, I had you guys tell me stories, right? And then I just embellished on the stories, and yours was the best with Buck Voltage and the party bus and just the whole story of Buck Voltage. And then you did well. Like I think you came in the top final 3, if I remember. And you just the legend began of Buck Voltage, the bucket of
yeah,
bolts.
yeah.
Right, and
Yeah,
then we've got
it's funny
Abbas.
how.
Yeah, no, it's been pretty fun how the people in the league, as the league goes on, as everything continues, the competitions go on, the storylines come out, who's what, who the rivalries, things like that. Like in Draco, you guys got some real battles, real rivalries going, right? Like Zeral, Peenan, Pharrell, XMK, like every realm seems to have, it's not just one person. Well, as much as seemingly one person keeps winning, they're not running away with the whole thing, right?
Yeah, you can see the Pharrell has most wins, but he's not the first. He's third actually. Pinan and Zero have only one win, like me, and XMK even has one win. So it's a really kind of a diverse group of almost similar in stats, similar pilots in stats. So it's the algorithm that decides what happens in the end. We just make with our stacks and the stats in the stacks just give us a bit more push, a bit more probability, but that algorithm can really either give you like or take it away from you. Yeah.
Oh, I know, right? Like I have been, as in my struggles to beat GW, I have been trying to analyze every last piece of data I can get my hands on. I cannot figure it out. I cannot figure it out. Like what's amazing, I was just looking at Scorpius. Cry for Max has 3 wins, right? But he's on the outside
Yeah,
looking in. He's not in the top 4.
it's pretty
Yeah,
weird.
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah,
Right? Like that
Scabberjab.
that realm is just nuts. Like there's so much happening. Mia fighting with Big Crippen, Dev, Scabba Jabba, like it's nonstop. Every week you don't know who's gonna win, and they might win by enough because someone came in last that all of a sudden they're in the play. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
even looking at group two, right? I think there's an exception for Chris Big.
Yeah.
Algorithm probably has an exception for this guy, right? This guy, even from the previous competitions for the cup, or I don't exactly remember, but this guy is always leading most of the races. the Crisbic.
Chris Beck?
Also the GWT. No, let me see. GWTFA. It's from TFA group, Telegram group. I remember. These guys are always like leading all or most of the races. I mean, it seems like algorithm has some exceptions on this.
It does. I think it's got some. It loves them somehow because
Yeah, exactly.
I can't figure out why GW wins so much. Obviously, I spent a lot of time looking at him, but same thing with Chris Beck, right? Like
Chris, yeah, my God, this guy. Whenever I was really hoping to not to be in the same group with Chris because I was sure that this guy's gonna lead the league. So, anyways, yeah. Still, I'm in a group that's very competitive. Like we have the Farrell, even Bemtikru doing really well. Panini is also. I think his pilot is like he has a. I don't know how to explain the racer, right? The racecraft. He has very small racecraft, if I'm not mistaken, and it's boosting very fast, especially when he's turning the curves.
yes,
So
no. I sometimes I think the size, the picture, the aerodynamic nature of the racecraft must play something. Has to. It has to. You can't explain GW any other way. Stupid surfs.
Hey man, don't mess with the surfs. Come on, bug voltage is a surf.
Well, I know, right?
Yeah. On the topic of Scorpius group, yeah, I just wanted to discuss maybe something with you guys. You mentioned Max. He has 3 wins. He's fifth. So basically, if it stays like this, he's out.
Yep.
But he has 3 wins. So that made me think a bit about the ranking system, the point system actually, because it's pretty linear, and it doesn't take wins into account. It just takes points, from first to ninth place. First gets 90 points, last gets 10 points, and everything in the middle. It's linear. So I mean, we are still in kind of let's say testing with these leagues and everything. Your league is like a pioneer in everything, and I know for a fact that many more leagues are gonna come soon, and it's gonna get interesting fast with the accelerators. But on the topic of these points, and winning, it's something to maybe think about or discuss if there could be like weighted points, because it doesn't make sense if someone has 5 wins to for example 3 or 5 wins to drop out of the playoffs for chances for playoffs, but someone who has 0 wins goes into the playoffs.
Right.
It's a bit maybe something to discuss. I'm not saying it's right. It's not right. It's not wrong, but something to think about.
Yeah, no, the league as it evolves over time, for sure. Like as it stands already, I think season 3, we're going to go into a more Premier League style where those who came in first and second will be in their own realm, followed by the middle, followed by, and then as each season goes on, people will drop out and qualify and move up and down. And so, yeah, we can definitely, like when I was talking to Sums and setting it all up, there's a ton of things he can do in the background. Anything we want, right? And if we want way more points for wins, that's definitely easily done. We could have, first place gets 150 points, second place gets 100 points. Like you could change the point structure. He was open to doing anything we wanted. And that's one of the great things about being in Exiled Racers is Sums, BLR, Racer Dev, they'll create for us what we think works. They're so open to that. And those are all very good points that will definitely be as we figure out what to do for season 3. Yeah, like we can do it.
You can't make it perfect from the start. It's understandable. Everyone will understand that. And but it's just crazy how it's actually you, a community member and community mod, is someone who pushes these devs and these founders to do all these things But it's for a right cause, man. This thing is working. I'm sure this thing is gonna grow. I'm 100% sure it's growing and it's going in a good direction for sure with this system.
Yeah, no,
I'm
there's and I'm not at privilege to tell anything, but there are things coming very soon, within the next couple of weeks, that I think are going to blow people's minds.
That's true,
Like,
guys.
sorry, go
Sorry.
ahead.
No, as Bemtikru said, I really love like playing with you guys because most of us are working all the day because of course we have our Web3 world. We also need to survive also in the real world. So we have our own job to do, but also considering that we don't have enough time to spend a lot of hours of gaming. I really have fun playing with Excite Racers because what I usually, spend my time during the Fridays and Saturdays, is just spending some hours just to play games. It's really important because um, when I was like kid or when I was young, I could spend hours playing Counter Strike, and that's the most wanted. Or that was one of my most favorite games. That was fighting, pricing against racers. But with Excite Racers, what I really like is even if I know that my pilot is connected to the random game, I'm not supposed to be in the game because I know that the game is gonna start at that point at that specific hour. And this is really what I really needed in this Web3 world because specifically those the people that are working, especially part-time or full-time, these people have no time to spend hours on these games. And this is something that I think the Excite races are going the right path. And with as long as they go with this path, I think it's gonna be successful. And specifically, coming back from Friday, I have an hour. I can take my drink. I can connect. Just have fun with all the other guys. It's amazing. So I think you guys are really doing well. So keep going this way, and also do not change suddenly the roadmap. This is pretty important. I've been, I've found a lot of Web3 games that they just say words, but there are no actions. What I found with Exile Racers, these guys deliver what they promise. There are nothing out of their promise. So it's pretty important for people like me, and I'm not too sure if Bemtikru or even King, you agree with me or not, but you guys are really in the right path. So this is why, even for me, I've been in some discussion with other guys regarding, you bought this at this price, it's dumping, why don't you sell, or blah blah blah. So for me, as I said, it doesn't matter what the price of my NFT, etc. I just like this. I feel a bond between Excite Races with my pilot. It doesn't matter what's the price of my pilot, as long as you guys are delivering what you guys promising, and I will be always playing with you. But even 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I think the thing that's important is like we are all together, just having fun because we're all community. That's what I believe. It's just about the community at some point. Like the Bemtikru, maybe you never know. Maybe King, you will be coming to Europe. We'll having a drink with Bemtikru and others, and it's all about the connection. So the
Yeah,
game is part of the community. So that's what I think is gonna be connecting each other.
Yeah, no, exactly. When Polkadot gets to 200, then we'll all fly out to Europe in the Waddle Airlines, and we'll all get together in Croatia and
yeah,
watch some football. For World Cup, we'll have an Exiled Racers World Cup party. I mean, we got to pick a
yeah,
central spot, right? So, Nadine from Australia, JL from London, BLR and Sums and Racerdev from New York, me from the West Coast. We got to pick a central spot. So Central Europe is probably the spot, and we'll just all congregate on a big boat. And
yeah, yeah,
yeah, no, that would be awesome.
yeah. On some big yacht between Croatia and Italy. So
Yeah,
Abbas
see?
is close too.
Yep, no, it's perfect idea. Perfect
Right,
idea.
I go for Croatia. I've never been in Croatia, by the way. I don't know about the
Come
people.
on,
May have been in Italy maybe before, but I can come to Croatia.
you have to, man. I was in Italy, so you have to come to Croatia.
Right, the sport might be the Croatian was probably king, so you should be taking this into consideration.
Well, well, with all that said, I've got two minutes, 30 seconds left. So this has been awesome, guys. It's been really fun to sit here and talk about Exiled Racers with the two of you, my European friends. So with that said, I will say my farewells. I'll give you guys a chance to say, a final, whatever you want to say. You've got Bemtikru, you've got a minute. Take it away.
I'm gonna take it less than a minute. I'm just gonna say, yeah, thank you for doing this, Wade, for everything that you do. It's a lot of work, and it's taking up your free time, but it's obvious you're doing it from the heart, and that's why I'm here. I'm gonna help you in any way I can, and this thing is awesome, man. I just love everything about this community, and just keep at it. And guys, good luck in the races. See you
All
out
right.
there on the tracks.
Yeah,
Cheers.
good luck to you too, sir. Good luck for now. Good luck once we're in the finals. We'll have our tones will be different. And Abbas, how about you?
That's gonna be different.
Yeah. Any last words, my friend?
Right, and from my side, yeah, all I can say is the same exact as Bemtikru said. Thanks again, guys, for everything. Thanks for being transparent. Transparency and the trust is number one priority for me also in every community. That's all I could say. So thanks for being transparent and keep building the way that you guys are, the way that you have the roadmap, go forward. And
Awesome.
even 5 minutes, 10 minutes, we will always be supporting you. So thanks again.
Excellent. Well, thank you for joining us, everybody out there who took their time to watch us have some fun. And we will see you soon. See you on the track. All right. Now, let's get to those moments we've all been waiting for so we can see just what's happening as we enter into the last few weeks of the season. So much going on in the standings. Let's get right into race 1 with Orion Realm. All right, folks. Here we are in week 9. We've got a couple of matchups to be watching here tonight. Can King Waddle take the lead away from GW? Only 10 points behind in the standings. Let's see as we enter lap 2. We've got GW ahead of King Waddle, who's back there in last. That battle's important for us to pay attention to. I'll get back to it here in a minute. Down at the bottom, though, we're looking to see if Degentrified can come in slower than Abs. Which one of them is looking for that second bottom spot? Let's see here, folks, as we come around the corners in lap 3. We've got Gouda Cheese in the lead. Gouda Cheese looking to move up to that 1, 2, 3 spot. BLR pushing hard. There's King Waddle back in the race, up in second place. Down at the back, we've got GW in last. Maybe tonight's the night. Let's see what we got. We got Gouda holding on to the lead as we enter into lap 5, but King Waddle's making a move. We got GW still way back in last place. Oh, moving up. He's back. He's there in 8th, 7th as we enter lap 6. GW moves up into 5th. Come on, GW. Find a flat tire. Gouda Cheese holding off GW in 2nd. King Waddle and Seams battling up for 3rd. Lap 7 and GW's up there in the lead. Well, GW looking to just put a stranglehold on Orion. King Waddle falls back to 4th. Now let's see here. What do we got going on between Abs and Degentrified? Abs right now behind Degentrified. That would put them in a tie for 7th. For 8th, I mean. Then we've got, here we are in lap 8, GW with the lead. The more important battle to pay attention to now seems to be between Degentrified and Abs. Abs looking to lose, folks. Back there in 8th. Degentrified up in 4th. Degentrified pushing still to try and win a race. Final lap, folks. Lap 10, GW with the lead. Trying to hold off Gouda Cheese. Gouda Cheese right there. Michael trying to push. Trying to get into that top 4. Now, here we have the final. GW takes the win, as expected. Gouda Cheese, I believe, has taken 2nd. Yes. Michael with 3rd. Woof. Putting a lot of interesting elements into that Week 10 race. I don't even know how to say it. Another win for GW? Seriously, what is that? 6 wins in a row? And is anyone else going to win? Can anyone beat GW to the finals? I don't think so. If we look at the standings, he's got a now 40-point lead to win the realm. Maybe I could take it away and just crush him in Week 10, but I don't think that's going to happen. The Week 10 Final Four the Final Four as we head into Week 10 look to be pretty solid in Orion, but Michael still has a shot. If Michael can beat Siebes next week by more than 4 spots or more, he could supplant him in the top 4. And if we look at the bottom 2, we've got Abs and Degentrified fighting it out. If Degentrified can lose to Abs by 3 spots or less, then Degentrified will move into that special last place finish. All right, we'll see what happens next week. Now, let's see what happens this week in the Andromeda realm. All right, here in the Andromeda realm, we have some interesting battles as we come into Week 9 with only 2 races left in the season. We've got a 3-way battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th between Sums, Eat My Dust, and Racer Dev. We're looking, even Laodician's got a chance if he comes in and places high tonight. So, as we are halfway through lap 2, who's making a push? Nadine, Racer Dev. Racer Dev looking to take 4th away from Eat My Dust, who is back in last place. But from what we've been seeing week to week, an early race last place is not a bad place to be. As we have right up there in the front, Chris Beck fighting with Laodician. Chris Beck and Eat My Dust. Eat My Dust with the lead, loses it to Chris Beck. Eat My Dust definitely looking to hold on to that top 4. As we come into lap 5, let's take a look at another interesting battle down at the bottom between D-Cup and Smoles. D-Cup right now is 10 points ahead of Smoles for that second bottom spot. Who's going to come in last? Let's see here again. We've got lap 6, Eat My Dust in the lead. Chris Beck pushing, as always, where he's expected to be. D-Cup couldn't care less about coming in the bottom as he's there in 3rd place, looking for a podium finish. Smoles down there. He's got the strategy, looking to get into that slowest racer in the league, final race. And then let's see here. Laodician is in 6th. Laodician needs a better finish than that. We've got Eat My Dust strangling hold onto that lead. Chris Beck trying to get where he normally finishes, but looks like Eat My Dust's lead is pretty significant. Sums gonna hold off Racer Dev for that 4th spot, looking like. Laodician making a move up into 5th now. We've got Eat My Dust is going to take it, I believe. And Smoles is going to put a hold on that second to last place as D-Cup comes in 4th. Another thrilling race as we get every week. Eat My Dust. Well done, my friend. You finally earned a win over Chris Beck. Well done, sir. I've been predicting on you for weeks, and you've finally done it. So what does that do to the standings? Well, the top 4 in Andromeda are pretty settled. No one can catch Chris Beck for the win. But can Racer Dev get ahead of Sums? You know, if Sums had a last place finish in Week 10, exciting things could happen. A little bit of a battle of the devs, if you will. And then down at the bottom, looks like Smoles and Tycho will be the 2 from Andromeda who get into the race to the bottom after Week 10. All right, let's move on next. Let's check out and see Draco. All right, Draco. One of my favorite realms to watch, as something exciting always seems to happen. I'm always cheering against Pharrell, cheering for my buddies XMK and Bemtikru. Let's see what happens. What do we've got here for our big matchups? We've got Peenan and Zeral battling for the top. Pharrell right there. Very exciting between the 3. Any of those could still take the Lord of the Realm. Down at the bottom, we've got Abbas and Schulte, seeing who's going to take that race to last, race to the bottom, find out who's the slowest in the entire league. All right, as we enter into lap 4, Zeral holding on to the lead, but XMK making a move, looking to make his move into the top 4, seeing if he can supplant Bemtikru, but nope, Bemtikru saying no way, moving up, I'm going to stay here in second behind Zeral. Where's Pharrell back there in 7th? Can Pharrell make a move? Heenan up into the middle. Heenan passes the funky one into 4th, but the funky one fighting it out. Bemtikru there in 3rd. XMK, lap 6, in the lead. Looking to bypass Bemtikru. If he holds on to where he is right now, he could be almost in the top 4. XMK in the lead. Heenan moving forward, taking his place. Zeral refusing to give up. Zeral in 2nd. XMK in 3rd. XMK in 2nd. Here we go into lap 8. Heenan with the lead. XMK holding on to 2nd. Zeral in 3rd. Bemtikru in 4th. Oh my gosh, where's Pharrell? Pharrell back there in 7th. Come on, Pharrell. You got a point to make. If Pharrell stays back there in 7th, he potentially could fall into the top 4. Where are we? Lap 9. As we come here into the final lap. Final lap. XMK and Heenan battling out of the front. We've got Zeral in 3rd. Bemtikru in 4th. All of the people battling for those spots. Bemtikru, Heenan, XMK. Can XMK take it? Oh my gosh. XMK for the win. Heenan in 2nd. Bemtikru in 3rd. XMK and Bemtikru just making it more and more exciting. Draco's keeping it thrilling. Whew. You never know what's going to happen week to week. Pharrell takes the win. Good for him. But Schulte and the funky one on the podium? Who saw that coming? What does that do to the standings? Everybody wants to know. Well, going into week 10, one more race left. Pharrell and Zeral still battling it out for first. Bemtikru and XMK neck and neck for that 4th spot. And then down at the bottom, I'd say it's pretty safe to say that the funky one and Abbas are moving on to the race to the bottom. We'll see. Anything can happen on a week-to-week basis. All right, next, Capricornus. All right, Capricornus. What do we have exciting tonight for us, the Capricornus? Well, I'll tell you this. What's really exciting is the matchups for the second to last spot. O Functional, Super DuPont, Noida Moro, Bullet, all within 40 points of each other. The Misfits probably going to take Vote of the Realm as we enter into week 10. But let's see. Where are we at? Second lap. We've got Limedom in the lead. Limedom, Noida Moro up in first place. We've got Noida Moro looking to make a name for himself. Bullet in 2nd place. Super DuPont, Bullet, Noida Moro, and Super DuPont all fighting it out for first. None of them want to be in that bottom 2. So much honor in this league, folks. Everybody fighting every single week. We've got the Misfits, though. They're going to move to solidify their position, but Noida Moro refusing to give in. Noida Moro in the lead. Here we are halfway through 5 laps. Misfits, Super DuPont, Pacoon looking to make his move. Pacoon now in the lead ahead of Noida Moro. The Misfits in 3rd. Noida Moro, though, refusing to give up. Pacoon moving forward. Noida Moro and Pacoon back and forth, neck and neck, halfway through the race. Down there at the bottom, O Functional deciding, wait a minute, I can win a prize if I come in last? Well, I'm going to slow myself right down. Super DuPont and the Misfits now fighting it out for 5th and 6th. Noida Moro still. Who the heck is Noida Moro? Lap 8, Noida Moro in the lead, fighting it out with Pacoon. We've got Limedom in 3rd. Limedom, Bullet, Super DuPont all in a big mess there, fighting for 3rd. Down there at the bottom as we enter lap 9, O Functional playing it smart. We've got Noida Moro still in the lead in lap 9. Noida Moro's led for most of this race. What the heck? Pacoon, 2nd place, pushing. Can he do it in the final lap? Pacoon pushing hard, pushing. 1 length separates Pacoon and Noida Moro. Oh my gosh, as we go through the corners, Noida Moro holds him off. Noida Moro takes the win. Noida Moro with a 1st place finish, followed by Pacoon and Bullet. Wow, Let's see what the standings look like now. Another what the heck race. Thank you, Capricornus. We've got Noida Moro with a win. Noida Moro? Where did Noida Moro come from? It's almost like Noida Moro and Bullet decided, hell no, I don't want to be in that last place race. We're going to make a move right here at the end. So, standing-wise, top four, pretty settled. We've got a battle between Pacoon and the Misfits for first. And then down at the bottom, O Functional and Easty. But Super DuPont and Bullet right there. Depends. We can see what happens in week 10. And last but not least, let's take a look at our race in Scorpius Realm. Okay, Scorpius week 9. We've got a couple of matchups to keep our eyes on today. Who's going to take the lead in the realm between Miami and Big Griffin? Let's see, Miami and Big Griffin both fighting out in the middle right now. Miami making a move. Miami making a move in third place, but Big Griffin not giving up. Who else? What else we're watching today? Scabba Jabba and Cry for Max. Where are they at? Cry for Max is currently in second place. Scabba Jabba back in the middle as we enter lap 3. We've got Scabba Jabba moving up. Cry for Max moving down, battling out in the middle. That's a big one to watch. Only 20 points separate those two. And then we've got Misha and JL Maxi, 30 points separating them at the bottom. Maxi's looking a whole lot of that down there in 8th place with Misha fighting in the middle. And lap 5, Scabba Jabba in the lead. Big Griffin looking to maintain his stranglehold on first. Miami, though, not giving up, moving up into third, fighting with Big Griffin. There we are, neck and neck. Scabba Jabba with a healthy lead. Big Miami now moving forward, aggressively pushing herself into the lead. She's not taking any names today. Scabba Jabba falls back in second, but neck and neck with Miami as we enter into 7th, and Scabba Jabba moves forward. Big Griffin pushed down into 3rd. Cry for Max in 4th. Dev in 5th. Misha fighting in the middle. Cry for Max now down to 6th. We got Scabba Jabba in the lead. Big Griffin in Miami fighting it out. Neck and neck in 2nd place. Scabba Jabba as we enter into late 9, building on his healthy lead. Big Griffin moving in on the inside. Looking to bypass, looking to get ahead of Miami, but she refuses to give in. She maintains her position. Final lap. Scabba Jabba with the lead. Big Griffin in Miami, neck and neck in 2nd. Big face off there. Can Miami hold him off? Miami moving. Can she? And she does. Scabba Jabba takes it. Miami ahead of Big Griffin, making one little move to take that Lord of the Realm title away. Scabba Jabba with a much needed win. Again, out of nowhere. Scorpius Realm has the most interesting top 2. We've got Mia and Big Griffin fighting it out for first, and Miami hasn't even won a race. We've got the final 4 look to be pretty locked in, and then the bottom 2 as well. JL Maxi and Bowie, I'd say you're likely racing for the bottom. Well, that's it, folks. Another amazing week. Oh, but wait. We still have our trivia question. What is our trivia question going to be for week 9? Well, for week 9, we had a roundtable discussion with myself, Bemtikru and Abbas. And between the 3 of us, we represented 3 different countries. What 3 countries were those? And here it is, the end of week 9. Thank you again for all the time we spent together this season. One more week, folks, and then the big playoff action starts. Who's going to win? Who's going to win each realm? Who's in the last place? Race to the bottom. So many questions still to be answered. Come back next week, and let's see what happens. See you then.
You need to buy a pilot or a craft that's faster than the rest. You should be shopping at Moonbeams, 'cause their selection is the best. You should be shopping at Moonbeams, 'cause their selection is the best.